Wednesday before some rain is anticipated by Christmas Eve. Much more coming up in that full forecast.
A Richmond County man is dead tonight after being hit by a car over a month ago. It happened here on October 3rd at the intersection of Mike Paget Highway and Apple Valley Drive. That is just down the street from Butler High School. The Richmond County coroner says 75-year-old John Creeland died this afternoon from his injuries. In Atlanta, an 8-year-old girl is recovering tonight after being shot while sleeping in her own bed. Police say it happened early this morning in DeKalb County. They say the girl was hit by a stray bullet as she laid in her bed. Investigators believe an adult who lives at the home was the intended target of that shooting. No arrests or suspects have been named, so police are asking if anyone, anywhere, has any information to let them know. New at 11, the North Augusta City Council approving the bid to move forward with building a new fire station. This is what leaders expect to see once everything is finished. The council accepted a $3.3 million bid for the construction of that North Augusta Department of Public Safety station, which, after a lot of heated debate, will go right off of Martintown Road. The mayor is asking the city administrator to schedule a groundbreaking as soon as possible. For millions of Americans struggling to make ends meet in this pandemic, more help is on the way. Congress just voting to pass COVID relief with new stimulus checks included. Stephanie Rule breaks down what it means for you.
With a months-long standoff over COVID aid finally at an end, help will be on the way soon for struggling businesses and families. What's in the $900 billion bill? First, direct payments. $600 checks for individuals who make up to $75,000. $1,200 for couples who make under $150,000, plus an additional $600 for each child. Money that could hit bank accounts within days.
We will be sending out next week direct deposit. I expect we'll get the money out by the beginning of next week.
The deal also includes an extra $300 a week in unemployment benefits, starting in late December and lasting through mid-March. $325 billion to help small businesses, an extension of the eviction ban through the end of January, and $25 billion in aid for renters.
I had no income.
Rachel Alvarez was furloughed from her waitressing job in April and hasn't worked since. Before the pandemic, she was making $6,000 a month. Now, Alvarez and her 3 kids are living on $255 a week.
I'm hurt for my children. You know, they shouldn't have to struggle like this.
Alvarez says she's frustrated help didn't come sooner. She hasn't been able to buy her kids a single Christmas present this year.
Were you happy when you saw that Congress did come to an agreement?
Yes, for everyone in America, yes, very much so. Something is better than nothing, and everybody needs something right now. We are not okay.
So the bill now has to be sent to the Senate for passage, and then it'll head to President Trump's desk for his signature. So they've wrapped up a lot of different items, and part of this bill is to make the Jimmy Carter Historic Sign in Plains a national park. It's already heading to the president's desk. This will help protect several different historic locations: the Carter Boyhood Farm, Plains High School, the train depot that served as his campaign headquarters, and eventually the Carter's home and grave sites. It will also help draw more visitors to Plains to learn about the president's history. Protecting the runoff elections is at the top of the 8:30. It'll be open till 5. 12-year-old Malia Huff and her mom Wendy honoring law enforcement with these blue bracelets. This is so sweet. The mother-daughter duo had a goal to create 300 of these bracelets to give back to first responders serving our community. Initially, the plan was just to give them out to Richmond County deputies, but they ended up making so many they were able to give them out to all the deputies in Columbia County too. Parents, if you need food for your holiday table, gifts under the tree, there is a food and toy drive happening tomorrow. DFACS workers will be at the DFACS office giving out supplies until they run out. And there's a lot of community partners helping make this happen. That giveaway is a drive-through event. It starts at 10 a.m. and it's first come, first served. Doctors are expecting a baby boom because of the pandemic. They're predicting local hospitals will be very busy in coming months with more pregnant patients. A hospital up in New York says in a typical month they deliver about 50 babies on average, but starting next month they're expecting to welcome 80 babies a month.
All the way through June, I think we're going to have a really big increase in deliveries. The hospital is going to be quite busy.
With more deliveries, that means more hospital beds, and with hospitals filling up around the holidays with COVID patients, it could become a real concern. The good news is doctors say the virus does not affect fetuses, but they have found it can preterm labor in some cases. To Florida now, where rescue officials are relocating 20 golden retrievers after a rescue operation from a China meat market. It was all caught on camera. These beautiful golden retrievers meeting their new loving families for the first time. A South Florida organization raised $60,000 to rescue the golden retrievers from being eaten and get them to the United States.
We teamed up with the rescue back in June to save these dogs, so this has been a 6-month in the making.
This is the happiest day in 2020 for me. The fact that we've been waiting so long for these dogs to arrive. It's been such a long journey, and to have her here it means everything. It truly is making our year.
And Brown says saving the dogs was the highlight of her year.
Well, the next few days we are expecting beautiful weather. High temperatures by Thursday, then a big cool down. Much more coming up in that full forecast.
And retailers, local shops all bracing for the final push of shoppers hoping to purchase those last-minute Christmas gifts. In 60 seconds, we have some tips to help you finish out that Christmas list.
Win these.
Oops. Hi there. Sorry about that. If you still have some shopping to do, you are not alone. More than 150 million others were shopping just this weekend. And if you had to go to any store, you know that was true. Now, with only 4 days left, getting those last-minute gifts will be a lot more difficult than years past. Jolene Kent has a few tips on navigating the final shopping rush.
This morning, the present panic is setting in
It's ramping up now.
as last-minute shoppers dash to get those final gifts.
I leave it for the last minute every year. Doesn't fail.
But with only 4 days till Christmas, it may be too late to buy online.
We're getting to that point where the delivery times are not matching up with Christmas, so sometimes you gotta go in person.
In a year like no other, expect pandemic shopping to slow the holiday hurry as retailers enforce physical distancing, enhanced cleaning measures, and capacity limits, meaning the lines to get inside may be longer than the checkout. And yes, you'll need to mask up.
I go out with gloves, face shield, and I wear 2 masks most times.
What is the biggest challenge for retailers in these last few days?
I think everyone's number one priority is to keep those store associates safe and healthy.
To avoid the crowds altogether, go contactless. Today is Best Buy's Christmas delivery deadline for large home items, and you'll have until 2 p.m. for Walmart's free next-day shipping on orders over $35. For those ultra procrastinators, Target, Macy's, and Sephora have teamed up with companies like DoorDash and Instacart to deliver gifts within hours. And if you need more options, businesses big and small are offering curbside and express in-store pickup. But it may take an additional day for your order to be ready. And if you arrive during peak hours, you might not dodge those lines.
Have a wonderful holiday.
Still, shopping last minute could save you cash. Holiday-themed gift baskets are at their lowest prices in the final days before Christmas. And stores like Nordstrom and Bed Bath & Beyond are offering free holiday gift wrapping, something the eager elves couldn't take advantage of.
Oh, but this year is a procrastinator's nightmare. And here's an interesting fact about holiday shopping. Gifts bought on December 23rd are more likely to be returned. So if you're making any last-minute purchases, make sure you're also checking the return policy, too. Make sure you're also maybe putting some thought into it. I don't know. Maybe that's why they're returned. Grovetown, taking a peek out there tonight. And Riley, winter solstice, but it's a pretty warm night out there.
Yeah, not feeling too bad for us. And this afternoon was actually our first day where that likely to be the coldest day we see over the next 7.
Scientists are keeping an eye on a volcano in Hawaii. It started spewing lava last night after several earthquakes. Officials say the worst should be over for now, but they are worried about wind carrying ash across the island. A lot of people living nearby didn't even realize what was going on.
Believe it or not, I joined these two to watch Ariana Grande with me on Netflix, and we were all on the couch, and the couch and the whole house just shook. So we thought it was him. He was sitting on the ground, and we thought it was him that was shaking the couch, and we didn't realize until we heard the door and the wall shaking too that it was an actual earthquake.
You know, sometimes you just get sucked into Ariana Grande. You don't realize there's a volcano outside. But Hawaii has not issued any evacuation since the lava is contained to a crater. Officials say as the volcano continues to erupt, planes need to avoid the area. Yikes. Okay, one of Santa's helpers just chimed trying to spread some Christmas cheer, ends up in a tangled mess in the power lines. How this happened. And as we head for the break tonight, showing you our lottery numbers, our live backdrop tonight is the LAX airport. One of Santa's helpers needed some help of his own after getting stuck in the air in these power lines. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but Ryan Hill shows us what led to this wild ride.
It's a sight no one wants to see. Santa tangled up, no sleigh, and no snow. This Santa was parasailing when he hit a power pole.
We're just really blown away. This is like the biggest news that we get in Rolinda.
Blown away by the man who typically comes down chimneys this time of year.
A Santa falling out of the sky. We see him flying around all the time as like some kind of go-kart, with a parachute on top of it.
This jolly Saint Nick training in Rudolph for this aircraft was just trying to spread some holiday cheer.
He was actually just flying over here to drop off some candy canes to the kids, and that's when he experienced engine problems. I guess thought he could make it back to the airport, but didn't happen.
Sacramento Metro Fire tells CBS 13 this Santa, hoping to bring some early Christmas spirit, is going to be okay. People got a jolt of joy knowing Santa will be able to take flight again after his entanglement with these power lines.
A big relief. He's going to be able to get all the presents everywhere, so it's a good day.
Santa's helpers, man, just trying to spread some cheer, but he was stuck for about 3 hours up there, but glad he's doing okay. The South Carolina men have not been on the court since December 8th, and it doesn't